welcome back to the homestead. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. Welcome. David will be joining me in a few minutes for today's video. So, today's video, oh, where do I start? Let me see. Okay, this all started because of my garden tour video that I shared last week with all of you. And by the way, the garden has exploded since then because we've had quite a few days of rain. Anyway, the project we're going to start today all started because of that video last week. So, some of the comments, I got one comment in particular from someone letting me know that softened water is not the greatest for your garden. And honestly, I never even thought to look that up to see if it was something I should be using on my garden or not. I never even thought of it. So I thought, okay, I better go into research mode. And there's a lot of conflicting information about whether or not softened water is bad for your garden or not. It seems the majority agree that it's okay, but maybe not every time. Well, that sent me into panic mode, let me tell you, because that is what we have access to, is softened water. And if I unhook it from the water softener, it's so hard, so irony, that that's not good for the garden either. So, as I said, I was panicking, and David was, being David, trying to pull me back in, because I was worried. And we have this rain barrel, and I have another one over by the herb garden. Sorry, I might have to pause every few seconds because one, traffic, and we have Lily out with us right now. So David's doing some prep work while I film this little part, so we let her come out with us. She's doing really good with her training. She's sticking around. Honestly, all she cares about right now is trying to catch the chipmunks that are out here, and she knows exactly where to go. Where's the chipmunk, Lil? Where's the chipmunk? Is he down there? Is he down there? Huh? Did you see him go in there? Is that where he is? Huh? The thing ran right up the downspout, and she tried to climb up after it. So yeah, so we have these rain barrels here, and honestly, we've had them for several years. The other one is one we bought that wasn't a rain barrel, and we've turned it into a rain barrel. And then this one we picked up, it actually has a lid. The other one does not. This one we picked up a couple years ago, and they've just been stuck. You'll probably could even almost see, they've just been stuck in there where those two holes are for the last couple of years because for whatever reason, we didn't get to them. And I was mad at ourselves because I want to use the rain more than even my well. I don't want to, we are on a very high water table here, but even so, I didn't necessarily want to be using the well. I want to be, better for the planet and not be using water, might as well use the rain. And let's face it, rainwater is the best water for your garden. So we hauled these out a couple of nights ago, and we have had rain. I shared in a short actually the other day. It just poured. And I was going, yay, all this rain, it's going to fill the barrels. Friends, it's not, they didn't fill the barrels at all. The other barrel's not filled either. I was really disappointed. I thought, okay, we're gonna use the water from the rain. It didn't work. So David and I were talking last night like we usually do, and he said, you know what? Why don't we install a small gutter with a downspout on each of the garden builds right directly into the rain barrels, and then maybe they will fill better. I have such an amazing husband. So we went out this morning, bought our materials. Each garden build, it's costing us about $20 a piece to put up the gutters. We just got a plastic gutter. I will say the end caps for the gutters were more expensive than the gutter and the downspout combined. That was crazy. So that was our biggest expense for that. But we're gonna be doing each for about $20 a piece, which I think is worth it. And that's what we're gonna do today. So Dave was just doing a little prep work right now because we actually had to get the gutter cut in half. David actually did it. The Home Depot guy just let him use one of his cutting tools, and we did it because it's just plastic. We had to cut it in half because we didn't think to take the trailer with us, and it was way too long. It was 10 feet long, and you can only buy them that way. You can't buy them in shorter sections, at least nowhere around here. So we did, and so Dave was just kind of fixing up the edges there a piece. We only need about 4 feet each. So we have a little bit of wiggle room to help make those cuts a little bit nicer. So he's just doing some prep. We also bought a spigot. I will show you eventually when we go over there to the other garden because we did try and turn that into a spigot a few years ago. Excuse me. It didn't work so great, but now I have a hole, so even if the water comes up to a certain level, it's just gonna gush out, and that's no good. So we did buy a spigot just so we can turn it off kind of thing, so it can fill. So I really hope this is going to work. I'm not gonna lie, I was in panic mode, worrying. Like, I thought, oh my gosh, I've killed my garden. But it's doing amazing. I think all the rainwater is definitely diluted. David thinks it's a little crazy because I water our house plants all winter long, all year long with softened water. It's not like we can taste it. We are looking into getting a reverse osmosis system that we can put on downstairs in the basement for the whole house. They're actually not as expensive as we thought they were going to be. They're on Amazon, so we might be looking into that in the next month or two. Getting one of them, but until then I need to have a way to do this. Now, that being said, we probably won't have any more rain. I pray not the rest of the summer, because we'll be prepared for it, but it makes me feel better knowing we're finally getting this set up and utilizing the rain to water the garden. So as soon as he's got his prep work done, we're going to get started on the garden build today. We probably won't get to the herb garden because it's already quite late in the day and we have a few more projects in the house that we need to get done, and I don't know how long the rain's going to hold off. So we want to at least get this one done, so if it does rain, we can start filling up this barrel at least. So yeah, I'm excited and I really hope this is going to work. As promised, here's David. And why aren't we already using the downspout from our gutters to our house? Well, it's a bit of a walk when you're going to be lugging
it's
water
attached to the siding, so
oh yeah, our gutters are
siding,
and we don't want to damage our brand new siding we just had done. And it's a long, especially if I had to lug it all the way over to the herb garden, water's heavy. So okay, are we ready to get started?
Not quite.
Okay, we had a little discussion. We originally were going to put this in the front, but David wants to angle the gutter so all the water comes rushing down to the end and down into the downspout. So we're actually going to put it on the side of the garden here, which is still plenty close enough to this garden. It's actually probably a better spot because then it's not like right in the way of when I'm walking in, because I have a flower bed. The pot, the planter, that wooden planter right there, right in the way of where it would need to be, and we're not moving that. That thing is very heavy now with lots of dirt and stuff. So okay, we're gonna put it over here. Am I gonna have to move my plant?
No.
Okay, perfect. All right, are we ready to start now?
Yeah. Right, well, let me get a knife.
Okay.
My wish is that you don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the bell so that you don't miss any new videos. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
David.
Film it.
Yes, I do need to film it. What you do?
Nothing.
Cut yourself?
Ain't got time to bleed.
It wouldn't be a project if you or I or both or either got hurt. So I forgot to put in the disclaimer, we are not professional gutter installers, right babe?
No.
But this is not going on our house.
No.
This is going on a garden. So I just want to show you, David cut the hole out to put the downspout in, which is a little shorter than we thought, but I think it's still going to work. David assures me it's still going to work. We'll see. But because of it, the plastic thing pinched when we put it in here to make sure it would stay in. So I just said, why don't we cut some slits? And David cut slits, and then we couldn't figure out, well, how are we going to get this to stay? So he just used these little teeny screws, which we would never do on a house one, right? This is purely for the garden, and we're just going to put some silicone around the pointy ends and around the heads just to make sure it's watertight, but it worked perfectly, so I'm happy. So these little 2 pieces here, these are the end pieces. This costs, these 2, that comes a pack of 2, thank goodness, they cost more than the gutter and the downspout combined. So this is where they get you, because you know you got to have the end cap. So yeah, that was a little shocking. Here we go. Oh, please work. It works! It completely works! Yay! Oh yeah, well, it said 30 minutes for the silicone. We probably should have waited a few more minutes, but it works, David! Woohoo! You're a genius! So that didn't take as long as we thought it would, so we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing over on the herb garden build. Because if it's gonna rain, I really want these barrels to start filling up, because, you know, who knows if we'll have rain again. Okay, so this is the barrel. Oh my gosh, this was a long time ago that we actually did this, and then there was a drought that summer here, and we literally had no rain the whole summer. So this ended up not getting used. We can't find the spigot we did have for it. So David picked up this, and right here, this is where he made it. And I'm assuming it goes in somewhere like this. It doesn't fit, so hopefully he knows what he's doing. We're just gonna put this here with the shut-off valve. And honestly, I might use it, I might not, but mainly we're just gonna, this doesn't have a lid, so I'll probably just scoop it out or whatever, but we have to do something because, yeah, once the water gets up to there, it's gonna start pouring out, so that's no good. Okay, change of plans. 1/2 inch is too big. That's not gonna fit in there, and like David said, he's pretty good at, you know, modifying things to make them work, because hey, on a homestead, you gotta do what you gotta do, but this is just too much. So this thing was like $7, so we're gonna take it back. Thank goodness I kept my receipt, and hopefully find a smaller one. I'm not sure what we're gonna do into the meantime, because if we get a lot of rain the next couple of days, don't even need the ladder for this one, huh, hun? A lot easier.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I guess we need the ladder after all. We're gonna test this one. Go. There it is. Just don't have as much water in the can this time, but it works. All right, so David said the water is just sitting in the gutter, so he's gonna angle this end, hun, with the downspout just a little bit more because it's not level here. And we probably should took that into account, but it just needs to be just a tad bit more angled so the water can flow out better. adjustments, and as you can see, it's working great now. I'm telling you, friends, I'm so happy to have this done. It has been no good reason not to finish this project that I wanted years ago, other than we didn't have to years ago, I guess is probably the best excuse, and it just seemed like there were so many other things to do, it got left off the list. So, and this took us, what, an hour and a bit to do both? I mean, and like I said, about $40 to do both, and we'll never have to buy it again. Like, this will last, you know, a very long time. So I'm not saying I'm never using my sprinklers again, because there might come a time where we don't have enough water left in the rain barrels, and I might have to like save some of the rainwater, use the softened water, and then dilute it with some rainwater a day or two later, something like that. From what my research has said, that seems a good thing to do. I've also read that diluted vinegar in the barrels will help keep the water from getting algae and yucky. So let me know down in the comments if you use a rain barrel, if you do that. I'll do a little more research, but one of the other things suggested bleach, which I am not doing bleach. No, I think the only reason we own bleach is because we had meat chickens last year and I needed to sterilize everything, and I did use bleach for that, but I'm not putting bleach in my water that I'm gonna water my plants with, diluted or not. So I'll do some more research, but yeah, let me know down in the comments if you put vinegar in your water and does it work, and if not, if you do use something, let me know what you're using if it works. Thanks for coming along with us. David and I appreciate you watching. Thank you, David, for your genius idea. And we appreciate it. Don't forget the thumbs up. Again, it helps more than you know. I've set a new goal of 24,000 subs by the end of summer, and I need, I think, just a little over 450. So we're getting there. Until then, take care, God bless.
Then we'll see you all next time.
Bye.